I'm going live now immediately on YouTube. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. I'm Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live here in the US. For the past few days, we've talked about collocations, and we're going to talk more about collocations. Hello, Maximus. Thanks for joining me. I hope that everything is well in your neck of the woods. That's a collocation, or you could even say that that is a slang. Collocations in slang, to me, they have somewhat the same meaning, but they are different. Collocations are chunks of words that native English speakers have put together since the time that they started to speak, and they caught on and they worked. For the non-native English speaker, you see them as separate words, but collectively they mean something somewhat alike, but not really. For example, if I talk about milk that is spoiled, I could say spoiled milk. The non-native English speaker knows what something that is bad would be rotten milk. But no one says rotten milk. We say curdled milk, spoiled milk, but not rotten milk. And these are the dead giveaways. These are the things that you hear me say, dead giveaways. Dead means dying, giveaway. Who wants to receive something that's dead? That's not what it means. Dead giveaway means that, I know exactly from where you come. It was a dead giveaway. But only the native English speaker would probably know what that means. But for the non-native English speaker, that would be difficult for deciphering. You would eventually get it, but English is an immediate language. As soon as I say it, you don't have to think about it. Native English speakers are really direct. When they're speaking, we just cut through the chase. Cut through the chase is another one. It's just, we're just complete with collocations, words that we put together. Cut through the chase. Who's chasing who? What are you cutting? Cut through the chase. It just means get to the point. We don't need that extra. What is the meaning? What is the purpose of this meeting? What do you want me to know? And this is why communicating with native English speakers can be difficult. There is no lexical course on structures of collocations per se. You can learn collocations, but internally and deeply, unless you're using it on a frequent basis, it doesn't have the purpose or the intent that is desired. Now, I do have students who are complete with collocations. We were in a class today, and these collocations were used correctly. They were absolutely correct. I need to hit the sack, or put my head on the hay, or hit the haystack. It means I need to go to sleep. But it's not just having a sentence. It's the embodiment of the conversation itself. And it's regularly, routinely speaking about something that it just without any thought or preparation, it leads to a collocation. So we've talked about family collocations. We talked about relative relationship collocations. So let me look at my notes and see the collocations that we are going to focus on for today. And I do want to read this for you. This is from the research. The research says, hey, Rabiel, thanks for coming. I hope everything is well in your neck of the woods. So we're talking about collocations. Neck of the woods primarily is a slang. Neck of the woods mean wherever you live, I hope everything is okay in your neck of the wood. It has nothing to do with your neck. It's just the area in which you live. But I want to say thank you so much for joining me. And I'll try to send Maximus and Rabiel a quick hello and a wave. So this is what the research says. English native speakers not only use a set of grammatical rules and single words, but also use ready-made chunks. Ready-made chunks are what I'm calling collocations. It's just a chunk of words that we've just put together, and it has a nice ring, has a nice flow to it that we embrace it when we speak. In fact, these words have a tendency to appear in ready-made chunks repeatedly, almost to excessiveness. Idiomatic phrases, recurrent word combinations, or collocations, they all suddenly appear and you hear them over and over and over again. So some of those would be, as I was saying, we talk about milk that has gone bad. We don't say that the milk has gone bad. We say the milk is spoiled. It's spoiled milk. It's spoiled milk or curdled milk, which is buttermilk. For me, it would become buttermilk or sour milk or rancid, but we would never say it's rotten milk. All right. So tonight, let me go ahead and open up my study material for the collocations. If you have a comment that you'd like to make, I will read it, respond to it, and please leave comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave comments in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, please leave your comments in the chat. So tonight we're going to look at collocations that relate to feelings. Tonight we're going to talk about feelings. We're going to talk about collocations that relate to feelings. For those of you that are watching me on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching the replay or if you watch the replay, I'm happy that you will watch the replay and leave your comments below. That will be awesome. So tonight we're talking about feelings. So there's a phrase that says roller coaster of emotions. Now you may be able to visualize a roller coaster that goes. So that roller coaster goes up and down, twisting and turning. And this is how you feel. Your emotions they're just up and down. They're not steady. They're not consistent. And so you have a roller coaster of emotions. And you might express this if you are a female and you're pregnant and you're feeling this way one moment and you're feeling another way 10 minutes later. Or if you are a female and you have hot flashes, it's like, oh, I'm about to burn up. Then you're about to freeze. You're just a roller coaster of emotions. You cannot determine maybe 5 minutes from 10 minutes what you're going to experience. You can experience sadness or you can experience happiness. That is a roller coaster of emotions. So we're talking about feelings, collocations that are related to feelings. Ridiculously excited. Ridiculously excited. Now, ridiculous would be a negative word. But if you're ridiculously excited, it means like, I'm just so giddy. I'm just so giddy that I just don't know I cannot contain myself because I'm so happy. I'm just on a level where I can't even find the words to express how happy, enthusiastic I am about something. And this is ridiculous because I can't tell you why I'm excited and why I am happy. That becomes ridiculously happy. Now that is a big word. Ridiculously, 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 ridiculously happy. It probably is not a word that you would use. It probably isn't a word that I would use frequently because it is so many syllables. Ridiculously. It's too many syllables for me, but I did get it. You could also be blissfully happy. Blissfully. Blissfully happy. Can't you just be blissful? but I'm more than just happy. I'm more than just blissful. I want you to know why I am blissfully happy. I am blissfully happy. It goes back to being ridiculously excited. It's over the top. It's more than enough. And then we come down to worried sick. Worried sick. The non-native English speaker may take this word worried as concerned. How can I help? Then we look at the word sick. Oh, there's pain. Do you have a headache? Do you have a toothache? Do you have a fever? No, it doesn't mean that. It's just that I'm just overly concerned. I'm concerned. I'm not sick. I don't have a headache. I don't have a toothache. There's no pain. I'm just concerned. So I'm worried sick. If you have teenage kids and they have their driver's license and they should be home by midnight, and now it's 2:30, you have not had a phone call, you don't know where they are, you call their cell phone, there is no answer. Oh, you're just worried sick. You're worried sick. Okay? So these are collocations, and this is like, what do they all mean? Out of context, they mean absolutely nothing. And even in context, you have to come in contact with these words on a frequent basis. When you come in contact with these words on a frequent basis, it will have more meaning for you. Rabiel, do you have any questions about what I'm saying so far? What about you, Natsimus? Do you have any questions about what I'm saying so far? If you do, just post it and I will be able to respond. Let me check with my community on YouTube. All right. There isn't anything there on YouTube. Of course, you guys know that my episodes are about 20 minutes long. We're 12 minutes into the episode now. I love interacting with you guys. And what makes these social media platforms so wonderful is that when you all are interacting with me, I can bring a lot more than when it's just me, but that's okay too. We were talking earlier in today's lesson that you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. So those of you who want to sit on the sidelines and just listen, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that I'm bringing something that is of value to you. Our next one would be increasingly anxious. Increasingly anxious. We know that the word increasing means to grow and make larger. So you become increasingly anxious. But one might think, I wouldn't say increasingly anxious. You might say, as a non-native English speaker, she's anxious, she's concerned, she's worried, she's feeling emotional, but it's increasing, it's growing. So increasingly anxious is yet another. So let's see. Hey, Garnish, thank you so much for joining. If you have a comment that you'd like to post, please do so. And I'm really happy that you are here. Oh, let me segue here. If you have not joined our Telegram, please join Telegram. We are very active most days on Telegram, and we're waiting for you. We need you there to bring whatever it is that you have to bring, whatever you want to offer to the group, so that you can grow in your English fluency. I am there every day, but that doesn't mean that I respond to every single post, but I am on Telegram every single day. Our next one is seething with anger. Seething, it's just like you're boiling over. That's one of those words, boiling over. You may think of boiling, maybe boiling something in water or some liquid on top of an open flame or a burner. But seething with anger is, I'm just inside of me. I'm just so angry. I am extremely upset. Seething with anger is another collocation. These words are always found together when you're extremely upset. You might say, "You seem a little upset." Yes, I am upset. There's a difference. But when you say that you are seething with anger, oh, watch out, because there is no telling what you are going to do. You're just going to erupt and explode into anger. Now we have visibly disappointed. There are some people that are able to hide their emotions very easily. You could not tell if they're happy. You could not tell if they're sad. You can't even tell if they're mad. And then there are those that are visibly, you can see it all over their face. You can walk close to them in proximity and you can feel their their discomfort, I should say. You can experience their discomfort just being close to them. The energy that they're putting out, it's telling you that something is not quite right. So they're visibly disappointed. Show her feelings. We might say, "Oh, you wear your feelings on your sleeve." That means that you're visible in your displeasure, or you're visibly open or obvious with your happiness, because I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel the energy when I'm in close proximity to you. And finally, we have bottled up emotions. This is when I think a lot of non-native English speakers have bottled up emotions. They want to say something, but they are inhibited because they think if they say it wrong, someone is going to make a judgment. Someone is going to think that you're stupid. Someone is going to say something bad about you. In most cases, no, the English speaker isn't thinking those things. They may think, "I wonder why this person doesn't practice their English," or "I wonder why this person doesn't speak up in meetings." And the non-native English speaker is bottling up their emotions. They want to say something, but they are afraid. And these are what I call those limiting beliefs riding on your shoulder. You've got to get those beliefs off of your shoulder and just say what's on your mind. Most Americans do. They will tell you what they're thinking and why they think it. But here's the problem with that. Even as the American or the English speaker is telling you what they think, you're not even understanding what they think. You're just hearing some words and that's it. All right. So we're coming up on the 20 minutes. We are there. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I want to remind you that my program, Owning Your Voice, is available for you. If you'd like to have a conversation, absolutely free with me, the information will be below in YouTube shortly after I go offline. If you're on Facebook, it is there and you can find it. So until tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time or New York time zone, I am Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live in the U.S. Thanks, everyone. Tonight, I will sign off from YouTube first. Thanks, YouTube. I appreciate and value your being here with me. So thanks for showing up, and we'll talk again on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now. And Facebook.